Welcome to the Dollar Bill Show, episode 72. All right. So I was in the Dollar Tree the other day, and I had just rode my bike all the way there really fast. And you see, with these giant muscles, it takes a lot of calories. It takes a lot of calories to sustain my energy levels. Oh,
I was able to see.
And by the time I got up there in line, I had to get a few things. I started, like, the PTSD thing started kicking in. I was a fucking mess, dude. I was disoriented. I didn't know what the fuck was going on hardly or what to do. And what it was, my blood sugar had dropped really low. And so I was like trying to strip off clothes. I was fucking disoriented. I didn't know what to do. So I just like grabbed a Coke and opened it up in line and drank it. And man, I felt like fucking dog shit. I was like, here it is. I was 1 second away from passing out. Like, I was literally 1 second. I was like, oh, they're going to have to call an ambulance, because I was just like about to fucking boop right there. And man, it felt awful. And then I still had to go to the other store next door and get some milk. And I wanted to get a couple hot dogs, and I had to at that point because I hadn't ate enough before I left. And so then somehow I like take my time. I feel fucking awful, man. And I make it over to that other store, and I ordered the hot dogs and got them and some chips, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't even go back there and get that milk. And God was like, literally whispered to me and was like, just go get your milk, and I'll take care of you. You're going to be okay, like that. And I went back there and got the milk, and like, there's confusion that comes with this. Like, I can hardly even pay and shit with, like, what's going on with this. And finally, I make it out there outside of the bench. And, like, I'm confused still. And I made myself eat. And within another 15 minutes, I fucking felt A1 okay, man. By that time, like, I guess the sugar and all of that had got back in my blood. And, like, I went in there and got one more thing, like a thing of juice, so that hopefully that shit wouldn't happen again. And yeah, man, that shit is fucking scary, and it sucks, man. And it has happened to me 100 times. It sucks. So I was watching one of these tarot card readers, the soothsayers, on YouTube the other day. And, like, I don't like it when they say bad shit, so I, like, will fucking block their channel if they say bad shit. And so that way, like, I only want positive ones. You know what I'm saying? I only want the good ones.
Someone will be complimenting you about your hair very soon.
And,
like, in the next 24 hours.
So this one caught me off guard, man, and was like, there's something that's going to happen in the next couple days, and no matter what you're going to do, no matter what you do, it's going to go wrong. You're going to think that you took care of it, but then it's going to go wrong, like that. And you're never going to be able to it's going to mess up. And I was like, oh fuck, they caught me off guard with that one.
Dark hair is coming through. Wow. This.
And so anyway, I was working on a little project, and you can go. Like, I have fell into poverty so deeply that, like, I'm like one of the best finished carpenters in the world, and I don't even have a fucking hammer. That's how far I have fell into poverty. But you can rent tools from our library. And you see, like, I don't trust this library down here. They are fucked up, man. Like, they don't even want to wait on you. They'll do anything they can to not help you. Like, they will. And and you get an attitude lots of times. I used to work in there, and like, somebody, when I was a security in there, sabotaged my job. And it was my duty to lock this one door every night. And they said 2 different times that I didn't lock that door. And I knew it wasn't true because that door, because where the library was new, it was messed up. It hadn't been like worked on properly where it would catch. So I would sit there for 5 and 10 minutes and make sure that this thing locked. Like, I used to install doors like that and stuff. Like, I'm not fucking stupid. Well, one of my first days in there, these guys came from Ohio because you can check out power tools, and they tried to steal a bunch of power tools. They were like, and I just like went over there, and at that time I didn't have a uniform. I was just like dressed real nice. And I just kind of like stayed near them and let it be known that they were being watched. You know what I'm saying? So, like, eventually they realized that they were being watched, and they took off and left. And it was all there on tape. And because I was good at my job, there's other people that I was too good at my job, and other people didn't like that had seniority over me like that. And so they ended up, because I stopped those people from stealing those tools, they gave me a fucking pink slip. They gave me a pink slip for doing that. And I got in trouble and was like, and then they gave me another pink slip for not locking that door. And they were like, the 3rd pink slip and you're fired, because you get like a 90-day probationary period. So I come in, and the second day, this fat bastard, he said, he wanted to act like he had caught some guys too. And he was like, here is those guys that came in and tried to steal them tools. They came back. We got them on camera. And he was showing the boss. And I was like, I looked at the tape and I go, those aren't those guys. They weren't those guys at all. Not even the same people at all. So, and I can't say who did it or not. And I really don't know if it was, there's other people too that were assholes too. So, but anyway, it came back that door, once again, they said I didn't lock that door. And I was like, you know what? This is a losing situation. So I was just like, here's my, they gave me my uniform that day, and I just laid it on their desk and was like, fuck this place, and walked out. And sometimes you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do that. It sucks, but you just see that, like, this is a losing situation. And I liked what I was doing there too. But hey, I'm also not the greatest security guard sometimes. I'll say that, like on other jobs. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm good. I would be a good personal bodyguard, but then again, I'm probably going to need a fucking bodyguard here soon. So, I'm sure the whole thing is just God training me to fucking look out for stupid motherfuckers. Look, my whole point in telling the soothsayer story is this, and the library story is this, okay? I check out the fucking tools, and I return the tools, okay? I return the tools, and the guy at the desk, I have a power tool, one other thing, and the hammer. He takes that shit. He starts checking in. He takes a hammer, sets it way the fuck over here. Okay? So, and then he's like, Okay, man, that's good. Everything's checked in. You're good, you know? And he didn't give me a receipt. So, after hours, 9 p.m., I look at my email. 2 of them things are fucking checked in, and that hammer is not fucking checked in, okay? So I'm going crazy over here all night because that fucking soothsayer said, this shit's not going to work out no matter what you do. Something's going to happen and it's not going to work out no matter what you do, okay? So I was fucking livid at this, okay? I'm stewing. I'm up fucking half the night. So and I'm going to storm down there. I'm going to fucking tell them because these sons of bitches, you know what I mean? I'm going to fucking tell them, and I've done looked up how much this hammer costs and shit online, and thinking I'm going to have to fucking do something. I'm pissed because I was proud of myself because I went out and played music and saved $12, and then I'm going to have to go spend it to pay for this hammer. So 9 a.m. comes. I said, you know what? I'm just going to call them and explain everything. So I explained everything. The girl answered the phone. She tried to put me to somebody else. It rang back to her. She goes, what's your problem? And I'll just take it down. I tell her, you know, I returned these tools, and I have checked out tools many times from you guys. And I told her that, you know, he put this hammer over here, and I said, I'm sure if you check your tool corral, you know, there's 2 of them checked in. I said, but there'll be a 3rd, and I figure he's took it back there and not checked it in. And so she was like, okay, I'll get back to you, or we'll get back to you and let you know if it's resolved. And she calls me back 10 minutes later. Sure enough, Savannah, who is a saint, and fucking, she's hardcore too, but we've helped each other when I worked there, and also later on, and she's a good person. She's a good person. She finds this hammer, and it's labeled wrong, the numbers on it from when it was checked out, the serial number thing that they have in their little system. And she said, I took care of the problem and everything's fine. It's checked in like that. So there you go. Don't listen to fucking nothing none of these soothsayers say. They might know part of it because they're practicing witchcraft and shit. But just know when you do right, man, and I prayed about this. And you know what? And that's also too, man, your decisions, pray about them. When you have a big decision, pray about them, man, because that's why, you know, some of us will end up with some partner that fucking drives us fucking mental just because they got the fucking nicest ass or whatever like that, and that ain't necessarily the right person for you or me neither.
You could be a woman. You just hardcore.
So just remember, these motherfuckers, most of them are full of shit, dude. They're full of shit. I quit. I'm done listening to them because that right there showed me. And there was something else that happened too with one of them saying this bullshit. And I was like, you know, I remember, and people, they try to cast spells and shit. I remember this motherfucker tried to be like, you'll never win anything like that. Sure enough, the next day I won this fucking contest, and like there's $700 worth of shit sitting downstairs. So, all right, peace and love.